Hey coin collectors, and welcome to the DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Today we're going to look at the 1945 Mercury Dimes. And you can see we have three different ones here. We actually have a Philadelphia, a Denver, and a San Francisco. And you can see the S there. But we're going to start off by talking about all the silver from the year 1945, from or around the year 1945, and whether we should sell these Mercury Dimes. These Mercury Dimes right now, according to NGC's melt value chart, are worth about $2.78 each. So if you got a couple Mercury Dimes together, you could get, four of them, you can get over 10 bucks. Also in 1945, remember they had these nickels. So in 1945, they had the 35% silver nickels that they came out with, and you can tell the silver nickels because they'll have a big mint mark right up above Monticello on the back. So this 35% silver nickel, so it's essentially a 5-ounce nickel, but 35% of it's silver. It's worth $2.17. Oh, and if you're gonna get the silver nickels and you ever see one like this from 1945, you know it's a fraud. So in 1945, they were silver nickels, but they had a kind of zinc coating on them, and this coating wore off down to the silver, and they almost all look like this. If you get one this shiny, the chances of it being the regular coated, an original coated zinc are slim and probably none. But if you look at this one here, you'll see that not only is it not an original coated zinc, it's all worn down. His hair and everything is just worn right off. And what they did was they went back and zinced it later. And sometimes if you tip them around like this, you can actually see some of the lines for where they dipped it in the zinc. And this one, I'm not sure you can. And then, of course, the back's going to be all shiny too. But guess what? That's going to be all worn down also. The D's survive. So sometimes they say to you, okay, the D might look how good that D looks. This wasn't rezinced. And I'll tell you what, look at the back, look at the D on the back of this one. It's just as good, and it's all worn down. So the D's are almost as good, so it's all worn down. So the D's aren't the way to do it. But anyways, we got a silver nickel that's worth $2.17. We have the quarters, and the Washington quarters came out originally in 1932. 1945 Washington quarter, $6.96 in silver melt value alone. In 1945, they had the halves, and it's the Walking Liberty half. And if you look, you can see the 1945 here. The Walking Liberty halves melt value today is about $13.93. So get one of these old halves, it's worth about almost 14 bucks. And then finally they used this coin in 1945 also. In a lot of places, Montana, Nevada, a lot of out west places, the old peace dollars. So it's a United States dollar. You see Liberty on the front, facing to the left. This is a 1925. Still lots of people use these until the 50s. That has almost 30 grams of 90% silver in it. So this alone is worth 30 bucks. So if you add the 30 and the 14 and the 3 times 278 and the 217 for the nickel and the 696 for the quarter and the 217 for the other nickel, these coins right here, between all of them, are worth about almost $60. Now, there's only $2.15 worth of coins here, but the value goes way, way up. All right, so let's get to those silver Mercury Dimes. So, we always say this, but this is not Mercury on the front of this dime. It's Lady Liberty, and she's wearing what they call a Phrygian cap with the wings on it, the winged cap. Liberty around the top, in God we trust here, 1945. AAW over here, and that's the engraver's initials, Adolf A. Weinman. Tip it up on its side, and we see that it is indeed the 90% silver. And go on to the back, and we see this Roman war implement in the center. It says United States of America on the top, 1 dime here, e pluribus unum. If there's a mint mark, it'll be right down here. And here's that mint mark on the mint mark on the Denver mint coin right down there. And here's the mint mark on the San Francisco mint coin right there. No mint mark means Philadelphia. Philadelphia, they made 159 million. Right now from PCGS is a mint state 65 with full bands, which means you can see 2 bands here, 2 bands here, 2 bands here going across this way. Mint 65 with full bands is worth about 19,000. But if you get up to a mint state 67 plus, it's worth 125,000. So not many of these Phillies in good shape. From the San Francisco mint, when it would have the S right here, the best San Francisco mint coins are worth about $22,500 from mint state 68 plus. And then the best Denver mint coins, you see the D here, are worth about $11,500. The auction record is $18,000 though. So how many Denver did they make? They made about 40,245,000, so not many. How many San Franciscos did they make? Again, about 42 million. So these coins are out there. It's not clear to me that you'd want to take all these different silver coins and sell them for bullion value. Unless you had all kinds of them, I would never sell them, because these are worth more than 50 bucks to me just having them for my collection. But if you do sell them, take them to a reputable dealer. Make sure you know what the silver melt value is on these by looking at NGC or by looking online at these for the actual silver value of the day you go in. And if you go to a reputable dealer, they will give you the silver value, maybe 90 to 95% of the silver value for your coins. So good luck looking for these. Hopefully you'll find some out there. And again, I don't think it's time to sell these yet for the silver, because what's this going to buy you? Maybe a small dinner for this 50 bucks, whereas you can have a piece of history if you just keep it in your own collection. You can come out and look at it or make videos of it or whatever else you'd like to do. All right, that's all we have today from DC Coin World International Coin Channel. Love to have you subscribe to the channel and leave any comments you have in the comment section.